Without a doubt, Spider-Man No Way Home ended the year with a bang. With 2021 now in the rearview mirror, we wanted to look forward to 2022 and get the dates bookmarked in our calendar for the Marvel and DC films that are set to land in theaters this year. One thing is for sure, with 10 films set to be released this year by Marvel and DC, there's sure to be something for everyone. With the release of the first trailer for Matt Reeves' upcoming The Batman, it was clear that fans are in for a wild ride with this more grounded Dark Knight, much more in line with what we saw in 2005's Batman Begins versus Zack Snyder's take on the cape and cowl. The Batman follows Bruce Wayne during his second year of fighting crime as Batman. He uncovers corruption in Gotham City that connects to his own family while facing the serial killer known as the Riddler. With the cast including Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne's Batman, Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle's Catwoman, Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennyworth, Colin Farrell as the Penguin, and Edward Nashton as the Riddler, the Batman has more than enough talent on hand to get fans excited. The Batman is the first superhero movie of 2022 and will hit theaters beginning March 4th. With the recent news that Sony's release of Morbius has been pushed back again, it now takes the title as the most delayed film by having its release date pushed 5 times since its original release date of July 10th, 2020. Morbius was most recently set for January 28th release date and has now been pushed to April 1st. Morbius stars Jared Leto as Michael Morbius, a biochemist who suffers from a rare blood disease. In an attempt to cure himself, he inadvertently infects himself with a form of vampirism, instead granting him superhuman abilities. While Daniel Espinosa's Morbius might not be the most anticipated comic book movie of 2022, The Living Vampire's big screen debut does look intriguing, and the video footage thus far has been both horrifying and action-packed. How will Morbius tie into Sony's other Marvel films, like Spider-Man and Venom? Will it recognize the larger Marvel Cinematic Universe? We'll have to wait until April to find out. With Spider-Man No Way Home now in the rearview mirror, fans will need to wait until May 6th to see the Sorcerer Supreme on the big screen again, when Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness lands in theaters. Fans of Marvel and Disney Plus's WandaVision will be excited to see Elizabeth Olsen's return to the big screen, as Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange enlists the aid of the Scarlet Witch in his attempt to correct the mistake that was made during No Way Home and close the door to the multiverse for good. It'll be no easy task, as the greatest threat to the universe is apparently none other than Doctor Strange himself. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness looks to be taking magic in the MCU to an entirely new level, which is evident after seeing the first mind-bending trailer as part of No Way Home's post-credit scenes. Talk about an impressive cast. Warner Brothers' upcoming League of Super Pets talent includes the likes of John Krasinski, Keanu Reeves, Kate McKinnon, Kevin Hart, and more. With Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson voicing Superman's loyal friend Krypto, it looks like every dog indeed has his day, as it's up to Krypto and his friends to save not only Superman but the entire Justice League. Based on the first trailer that was released during last year's DC Fandom, League of Super Pets looks a little like The Secret Life of Pets, but with superpowers. It's obviously aiming at younger fans of the DC universe, but something tells me that there's a good chance parents and adults will have a good time too. League of Super Pets is set to hit theaters on May 20th. The first comic book movie to make its way to theaters this summer will see Taika Waititi's return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Thor: Love and Thunder. While Marvel has yet to release any video footage or trailers, keen eyes, eager fans, and even members of the cast have shared plenty for Thor and Marvel fans to get excited about, including a first look at Christian Bale as the villainous Gore, the God Butcher. Thor: Love and Thunder is the 4th movie in the Thor saga, with Chris Hemsworth as the titular god of thunder. The film will also see the return of Tessa Thompson's Valkyrie, a Thor Ragnarok fan favorite, not to mention Taika Waititi in the role of Korg. Natalie Portman, who hasn't been seen in the MCU since 2013's Thor: Dark World, reprises her role as Jane Foster. How and why she becomes Mighty Thor and worthy of wielding Mjolnir remains a mystery, one that fans will have to wait until July 8th to find out. DC Fandom saw the first official sneak peek of Dwayne Johnson's upcoming Black Adam. To say that he laid the smackdown would be an understatement. While the story has been kept under wraps, we do know that the film will include members of the Justice Society of America. Pierce Brosnan will portray Dr. Fate, and Aldous Hodge will take on the role of Hawkman. Sarah Shahi will portray Isis as the film's female lead. According to the actress, she's a freedom fighter leading the resistance against the vile and malicious Inner Gang. Dwayne Johnson stated that the film is some of the biggest action sequences that he's ever been a part of. That should have superhero and The Rock fans very excited for Black Adam's July 29th release. Miles Morales is set to return for the next chapter of the Oscar-winning Spider-Verse saga in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Part 1. So far, the confirmed members of the cast are Shameik Moore, returning to voice Miles Morales, Haley Steinfeld as Gwen Stacy, And in what was a surprise announcement for many, Oscar Isaac has joined the voice cast of Spider-Man 2099. The epic adventure will transport Brooklyn's full-time, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man across the multiverse to join forces with Gwen Stacy and an all-new team of Spider People to face off with a villain more powerful than anything they've ever encountered. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is so large that they've decided to split it into 2 films. Part 1 will land in theaters on October 7th, with Part 2 following in 2023. We've got to admit that The Flash has done a pretty good job at keeping superhero fans in the dark. Based upon the single trailer that's been released for The Flash thus far, not to mention the events of Zack Snyder's Justice League and Barry Allen's introduction to the time-warping abilities of the Speed Force, The Flash appears to be at least partially inspired by the Flashpoint arc of the comics. With both Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton returning to the cape and cowl in their respective Batman roles, not to mention rumors that Gal Gadot will make an appearance as Wonder Woman, it sounds like Ezra Miller's The Flash may reboot Warner Bros. DC film universe. At the very least, it seems some drastic changes are in store for the Justice League. The first look teaser trailer that was released during last year's DC fandom resulted in more questions than answers, but it did include an impressive shot of Ezra Miller in the Flash's new suit, and it looks electrifying. Fans of the Scarlet Speedster will have to practice patience and wait for The Flash to hit theaters on November 4th. With on-again, off-again production issues, thanks to injuries and the worldwide COVID pandemic, not to mention the shockwave that was the passing of the very talented Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther Wakanda Forever has struggled to make it across the finish line. Executive producer Nate Moore has made it clear that T'Challa won't be seen in the MCU 616 universe, which is both understandable and a testament to the late, great, and beloved Chadwick Boseman's performance as the Wakandan King. Will Letitia White's Shuri inherit the mantle of the Black Panther? Could it go to Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger, or Winston Duke's M'Baku? At this point, nobody knows, or if they do, they're not sharing. With Wakanda Forever topping Fandango's top 10 most anticipated movies of 2022, one thing is for sure. Whoever is stepping into that role will have some mighty big shoes to fill. Black Panther Wakanda Forever is due to land in theaters on November 11th. December 16th will see the return of Jason Momoa's Arthur Curry and Amber Heard's Mera in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. With director James Wan returning to helm the sequel and promising to return to his horror roots for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, The Trench is sure to be featured more prominently than it did in 2018's Aquaman. While plot details are scarce, a recently updated film synopsis may give us a few hints as to where the film's story will go. When an ancient power is unleashed, Aquaman must forge an uneasy alliance with an unlikely ally to protect Atlantis and the world from irreversible devastation. Could that unlikely ally be Patrick Wilson's Ocean Master? Will they be facing off against Yahya Abdul-Mateen II's Black Manta? Is there a bigger, scarier villain lurking in the shadows? We'll find out when it lands in theaters just in time for Christmas. And there you have it, all the Marvel and DC superhero movies slated for theaters in 2022, barring any production issues or release date shuffling. What movie are you most excited for? Is there a film missing from the list? Sound off in the comments below. Did you like the video? Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more superhero content. And don't forget to head over to comicbookmovie.com. It's the #1 source for superhero news, rumors, and videos that's by fans and for fans. Literally, anyone can contribute and share.